Have you ever asked yourself why, despite all your hard work, fate still won't let go? Why you wake up early, hustle, read books, attend courses, doing all the right things, but still can't get the life you want? It's not that you're not good enough. It's that you haven't stood firmly at the source of your own energy. You've lost the balance of your inner 5 elements. It's not about water nor fire. It's that you don't even know what you're lacking, and you don't realize what's quietly feeding back against you. Your current state is like a leaning house. From the outside, it looks beautifully decorated, bright and well lit. But inside, the structure is unstable. A few steps make you dizzy. A night's sleep leaves you anxious. No matter how hard you try, it's all internal friction. The I Ching says, when the terrain is tilted, the qi becomes unbalanced. When qi is unbalanced, destiny is not fulfilled. But you must understand, the earliest tilt isn't in your external environment. It's inside you. Your inner magnetic field of the 5 elements is out of balance. If someone's fire is too strong, they'll always be impatient, impulsive, quick to anger. They seem to be working hard, but they're burning themselves out. If someone's water is excessive, they're always analyzing, hesitating, overthinking. They appear intelligent, but can never make decisions. If someone's wood is weak, they have no goals, no direction. They live like floating weeds, drifting wherever the wind blows. Have you ever thought, the resistance you face today isn't life being cruel to you? It's the universe reminding you through imbalance, you've gone off course. The deepest breakthrough in life is never about changing careers, switching jobs, or moving away. It's the day you finally draw your gaze away from the outside world and see clearly. Your inner 5-element structure is writing the script of your life. Metal represents execution and decisiveness, the iron will to say and do. If you lack metal, you hesitate. Too much metal, you become stubborn and unyielding. Wood represents goals and planning, your blueprint for the future. Weak wood means no motivation. Too much wood, your ambition grows inflated and restless. Water is wisdom and perception, your ability to find openings in chaos. If water is dry, you become stubborn. Too much water, you avoid reality and shirk responsibility. Fire is passion and explosive energy, the courage to take the first step. If fire is extinguished, you lose enthusiasm. Too much fire, your emotions spiral out of control. Earth is support and stability, the foundation that holds you when under pressure. No earth means you fall easily. Too much earth leads to procrastination and sluggish action. You might think the 5 elements are just fortune-telling jargon, but they are the operating framework of your daily emotions, choices, relationships, and income. Every time you want to persist but can't, every time you decide to work hard but give up halfway, every time you hesitate when you should be firm or explode when you should be gentle. It's no coincidence. It's those 5 forces inside you, pulling and restraining each other. Your life is not a random pile of events, but a magnetic feedback system. Who you attract, who hurts you, who helps you, who pushes you forward. It's not random. It's the signal your 5-element structure sends out to the world. And this signal determines how much you earn, how far you go, and what results you get. So real Feng Shui is not just about setting up some arrangement in your home or hanging a string of copper coins. It's when you start realizing you yourself are the true source of that Feng Shui. You need to understand, this world doesn't measure how hard you work. It measures the level of energy you put out, whether it matches the outcome. Many people ask, why do I work so hard yet still fail? Why, after adjusting my Feng Shui, changing my environment, trying all the methods, does my life remain unchanged? I'll tell you, because you haven't touched the true source code yet. You think you lack resources, opportunities, or influential people. But what you really lack is a stable, powerful, and clear belief system. Belief sets the baseline frequency of your magnetic field. Belief is the reason you grit your teeth and get back up after failure. Belief is the eye that still looks toward the distance amid all the chaos. Those who flip their destiny aren't gifted by heaven. They have a stable, inner structure. You can burn their wealth, cut off their connections. They will still rise from the ashes, because their 5 elements are rooted in a belief system. And you? What do you believe? Do you believe the world will treat me kindly? Do you believe if I just endure today, things will get better? These words sound gentle, but they are too weak. They cannot give you the strength to withstand the storm. What you must believe is, I am the master of my energy. I attract only what I am prepared for. My response to the world determines how it responds to me. You shouldn't be the one going with the flow anymore. You need to begin shaping your own magnetic core. Not copying what others do, but quietly asking yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? Where do I want to stand in 10 years? Who will respect me? What kind of life will I live? You must have a vision big enough.
Not some empty fantasy you're afraid to say aloud, but a vivid, tangible picture that stirs your energy and passion. Without vision, you're like a lamp without light. No matter how hard you try, it's just busy work. No matter how hard you push, you're just sinking deeper into the fog. Vision is not a luxury. It's the navigation system of your energy field. It tells you what to refuse today, so you can become your future self tomorrow. And with vision, you can't just wait for it to happen. You have to move, right now, immediately, at once. The universe doesn't believe in taking it slow. It believes in whether you dare or not. When you take the first step, you start rewriting your magnetic field. When you keep moving forward, the universe will respond and clear the way for you. How do you think truly successful people turn their lives around? Not by luck, but by a kind of no excuses, no retreat, no doubt action. They don't post on social media when emotions break down. They don't complain about fate when they fail. They just grit their teeth, fix their energy, shift the scene, and push on. As Chimamanda says, with one thought, yin and yang both change. Your single thought and action can lever the pivot of heaven and earth. But if you wait every day for a better state before moving, you'll be trapped forever in a waiting death loop. It's not that you can't do it, you just haven't made a complete decision yet. At the end of the day, what you lack isn't a Feng Shui setup. It's the part of yourself that can still strike the decisive blow in the deep night. If you truly want to reconstruct your destiny, having vision and taking action is not enough. You also need the breath that carries you to the very end. Don't forget, the universe doesn't reward the first to start. It only rewards the one who stands till the very last. And those who stand to the end share only one trait: discipline. You might think discipline is just clocking early mornings or staying off your phone all day. That's too shallow. True discipline is when you have no motivation, want to give up, feel pain and breakdown, but still tell yourself, keep going. It's that moment when, even if the whole world doubts you, you stand firm in the wind and shout to yourself, I believe. This isn't empty hype, it's a will forged by destiny itself. You must understand, Feng Shui isn't the art of comfort, it's the art of bearing responsibility. Among the 5 elements, earth is the heaviest and most stable. If you lack the strength of earth, you won't withstand failure, endure humiliation, or survive days when no one understands you. But if you cultivate your inner earth, you become a mountain, unshaken by wind, unmoved by rain, Even thunder must detour around you.
Every person who truly defies fate has gone through a time of no one knows, no one supports, no one believes. That is the final trial of destiny. If you endure it, you become a breaker of limits. If you fall, you become ordinary. Can you stay calm? Can you survive the silence? Can you keep walking even when there's no result? This isn't about personality. It's about whether your earth and metal elements are well cultivated. Can you become flexible? Can you adapt when situations suddenly change? Can you keep your heart and spirit open even after rejection, misunderstanding, or hurt? That is whether your water and fire flow smoothly. And these 5 elements aren't given by fate. They're forged by your practice. Where you feel the most pain is exactly where you must cultivate your elements. What you fear facing most is your life's breaking point. Fear failure, nourish metal. Fear conflict, refine fire. Fear decisions, grow wood. Fear pressure, strengthen earth. Fear change, clear water. This is your true relationship with your destiny chart. Not being decided, but being revealed. Those who understand destiny see where it tilts and then fill it in reverse. Those who don't use destiny as an excuse to lie flat and give up. So, do you think the top Feng Shui masters only read houses? No. They read the heart. They see whether a person has the bearing capacity to hold up heaven and earth. If you can't first steady yourself, all Feng Shui arrangements are rootless trees. If you first adjust your inner magnetic field, even in chaotic times, you can arrange your formation with your own body and carry your own aura. This era doesn't lack methods. It lacks a will forged into form. You must know, metaphysics is never fantasy. It's not about escaping reality, but cultivating your original spirit within reality. If your energy remains calm by an inch, your career won't falter. If your mind stays focused by a thought, your wealth won't be lost. If your gaze is steady, your relationships won't collapse. The greatest Feng Shui in life is you yourself. When you truly begin to reconstruct your 5 elements, you'll realize the world hasn't changed. You have. You no longer fear the voices that once made you retreat. You're no longer led by unseen forces. You begin to command your own energy, arrange your own formation. When you walk into a new space, what others sense is the aura you carry. A presence that speaks without words. A clarity and confidence that radiates from the depths of your soul. You no longer seek validation from the outside because you have become your own sacred ground of Feng Shui. This isn't mysticism. This is resonance. Your inner magnetic field begins to align with higher frequencies of the universe. A single thought from you starts triggering a cascade of reactions in the world. A single movement begins to draw in opportunities and resources on its own. This is the true art of Feng Shui. Not borrowing from heaven and earth, but becoming part of heaven and earth. You are the stone that anchors the house. You are the doorway that breaks the deadlock. You are the one who rewrites fate. And when you truly stand upon the high ground of awakening, you will understand Feng Shui is not in the house, not in the mountains. It lies in a single thought. A thought that expands, opens mountains and waters. A thought that aligns, restores the 5 elements. A thought that strengthens, draws all things together. You no longer wait for an external force to turn the tide because you have become the tide.
A destiny chart is merely the first draft of your consciousness, and the real you can rewrite life's entire blueprint, line by line. The things you once clung to now feel light. The fears you once avoided now invite confrontation. The pain points you gripped so tightly become jokes in hindsight. You move from someone pushed by energy to someone who retunes the entire energetic field. You no longer just want to succeed, you begin to want to become a force itself. You no longer obsess over having, you focus instead on resonating. You are not simply changing your fate, you are becoming its designer. This is the final frontier of Feng Shui, the very heart of the I Ching, the ultimate return of the 5 elements. When your internal metal, wood, water, fire, and earth reach balance, you will hear a voice rising from deep within your soul. In this life, I am not at the mercy of fate. I command the flow of energy. And in that moment, you stand on the summit of your life. You no longer need to be understood. You no longer need approval. You are Feng Shui. The wind rises with you. The waters move because of you. The formations break under your will. And fortune turns wherever you go. You no longer seek the Tao. You are the Tao.